Super Eagles, man, there's been so much going on around us. We've been talking about who is going to be our coach. Who is going to be our coach? Have Renard, Tom St. Fiet, Eric Chele, Yusuf Salisu. Everybody's name has been in the mix. And then out of nowhere, we had another name this past weekend. And now they're telling us that this is who is going to be the new coach. No be rumor. They said this is going to be the new coach. In case you haven't heard, Janne Anderssen, the former coach of the Swedish men's national team, is being reported by sections of the Nigerian media as the man that is going to take over at the helm of the Super Eagles. Is going to be the new Super Eagles head coach. That's what people are saying. Nothing official yet, nothing confirmed, but it has been in the news. Today again, I also saw that the man has walked out of the conversation to be to be the new Super Eagles coach. So they first said, "Oh, he's going to be the new coach." Now today, another person in the media said he has walked away from conversations that he doesn't agree to certain conditions. But Omo Smith Layi, we need your help here. What exactly is going on, Abeg? What is going on?
For me, Nigeria football is a difficult puzzle. It's very difficult for you to solve it. I have to be honest with you. And this hunt for a new manager has been going on since forever. I remember since February that Jose Pasero left this job. I've been looking for a manager. Finished George appointment was a stopgap appointment. And that experiment failed. We went back to the market again to look for manager. I don't know else again how to comment. Nobody is communicating. The last interview that Ibrahim Guzo granted was that we will appoint a foreign coach. That was 2 months and few days ago. And since then, it is not this thing, a senior, what to call a well-respected journalist in Nigeria, Nakpam, called him in France. Say, let's have a sit-down talk now. He ran away. There's no communication, nothing. So it's sad. So what is happening currently is that his own goal and squad Nigeria too, like I was just mentioned, that they won't giving us. I don't mean that they are the ones that are the media officer of the Super Eagles, so they are the one giving us. When one give this one, the other one give. In fact, they are really enjoying the engagement they are having on their website. I know that. Okay, and it's going to be over very soon because I think there's a discussion with the manager, Andersson, of Andersson. There's a discussion with him. I think they already promised him to actually to name him as the manager, but I think there's some things that seem to be sorted for him to be named as the Super Eagles manager. And some Swedish fans too have been mocking Nigerian that he does not really know how to coach very well. That how come Nigeria is getting him. But if he's not good enough, he stayed 8 years in Sweden. He qualifies after a shambolic 2016 UEFA Euros. He qualified Sweden for the World Cup through playoff. They beat Italy in that playoff. He also qualified. Sweden for the Euros. In 2020. So it's just that when you get to a stage that you have already pushed this team to a limit. Then the motivation to continue just drops. So he was at the verge of qualifying for the another World Cup in Qatar. And he lost to Poland. I think that was the start of everything. I think he got a lot of criticism in Sweden, and he now changed his formation. He used to play a traditional 4-4-2. He now changed his formation. He started playing 4-3-3. He was losing. I think he lost out of 5 games. He lost 4 games when he changed his formation. So he's now back to his traditional 4-4-2 formation. I think that's actually what he tries to play. It's double 6 formation. So he's a guy that is very tactical. He knows how to get results. He knows how to grind his team to get results. So the drawback is that he has never coached outside Sweden before. He's been coaching clubs in Sweden and the national team. So he's a guy that if they get the deal over the line, he can actually fits in. But I can tell you the plan of the NFF, but it's what I'm just saying is not what is official. I think the NFF wants to get interim to to be in charge of the 2 games in September. And it's going to be the technical director, Eguavoen, to be in charge. He's going to play the 2 games. If he possibly win those 2 games, they will ask him to continue. And they will ask him to go away. That was the same experiment they did with Jose Pacero when they started getting a draw. They told us that Jose Pacero is going to be the coach to the AFCON in Cameroon. But when Eguavoen was there, we crashed out in the second round, but we were saying we were playing beautiful football. So I think the authorities then told Jose Pacero not to worry again, that Eguavoen should continue until Eguavoen failed to qualify for the World Cup. I think they are trying to do the same experiment now to see maybe it's going to actually work out for Eguavoen. But my issue is this: the man they are trying to give the job on a temporary basis has failed Nigeria several times. Let me just set the record straight. This is my opinion. This is a fact now. He took Nigeria to AFCON in Cameroon. That he crashed out in the second round. That was Nigeria's worst AFCON campaign for 40 years. The 2 times that Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup since 94, Eguavoen names was actually what mentioned. The worst record in Nigeria under 17 history, it was under Coach Eguavoen in Finland. He failed to qualify from the group stages. That was with Mikel and Obasi then in Finland. He has failed to qualify. He also failed to qualify Nigeria for the Olympic Games in London 2012. So there is this failure hanging on his neck, and we still want to bring him again to be in charge of this team. I think that it's a legend of the game. He has been in charge. He has been with Nigerian football since 1988. I think he should look at himself too and say that no, I don't think Akanshi will take this job, because if he takes this job, it's like he's limiting the potential of this team. And I don't count that one as patriotism. I think it should get to a state that you have to be selfless. Say, oh no, let another person that is capable of doing this job should actually undo it, not you again. We have suffered enough. Thank you.
Smith Layi sounding off on Eguavoen potentially taking over as interim coach. Okay, but this Janne Anderssen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he was the choice, let's even say he was the choice.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at his record,
mm-hmm.
like you mentioned, coached in clubs in Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
Halmstad's BK.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to Orgright IS.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to IFK Norrköping.
Mm-hmm.
In Norrköping, he won the league in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
He was named as the coach of the year in that 2015.
Yeah.
And then in 2016, he took over as the coach of Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
Like you rightly mentioned, qualified them for the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
qualified them for the Euro, and then couldn't repeat the same thing for the 2022 World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
They told us that they were going to hire a world-class coach. They told us that they were going to hire a coach whose name will inspire the Nigerian supporters and inspire Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't even know this man that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think he would have been the right choice, or he's the right choice if he's to get the job?
Sorry, I just want to ask you a question back. What's your own definition about world class?
World class to me is someone that has achieved success at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
The only success this man has is with IFK Norrköping.
Mm-hmm.
Success is relative, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Qualifying Sweden for a World Cup for the first time in 12 years can be seen as success.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask people to name maybe their top 100 managers in football, they might not include his name.
He was number 47.
He was?
Number 47, yes.
Okay. So so answer my question then. Do you think he would have been a good option, a good choice if he was to get the job?
Yes. And I think that one, we need someone that can give our players the air dryer treatment. We need someone that can come in and command the dressing room. Remember the back and forth he had with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So he brought Ibrahimovic back to the Sweden national team when he wanted to bring him, not when Zlatan wanted to come. You can see. So I don't think we have any player in the national team that the head goes as big as Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't think we have any player like that. So he was able to manage those players like Olive Melberg, Ola Tovinen. These are big egos in the Swedish national team going to the World Cup in 2018. So he's a guy that can command the dressing room very well. He knows the psyche of the players, and he can also fight too. Because I think I saw him fighting in the game against. I'm just joking, just a joking matter. The game again, it's also he's a guy that commands, his environment. He's a guy that you see on the touchline, always energetic. That's why he's 61 years of age. So, in my own opinion, I think that this guy is, if we get him over the line, if it's not audio, I think he's the best he could get. In fact, I would have even supported to have him than Avarinat.
Okay. For me, I don't know. I guess for me, what I would say is that I was not inspired by hearing that he was going to be the national team coach.
Mm-hmm.
And they told us that the name of the coach will inspire us.
Mm-hmm.
I was not inspired. Like you rightly mentioned, he was once voted as the 47th in the world. Mm-hmm. In fact, the same publication in 2018, they rated him as the 17th best in 2018.
Yes.
The same publication, 442. It wasn't like an official ranking, it's an opinion-based ranking, but obviously some people think highly of him. And this was based on what he was doing with the Swedish national team. But I guess for me, I look at it that with the level of talent that we have, the ambitions that we have, it will be great for us to at least hire a coach that is relatively well known to the Nigerian public, to the Nigerian players as well, and also has won or achieved a decent level of success abroad or around the world. So personally, I wasn't inspired, but I don't think he would have been a bad choice.
Yes.
I don't think he would have been a bad choice. The only thing is that some people will say, oh, he has never coached outside of Sweden. So does he have what it takes to do it, somewhere else? That has to be seen. Until he gets the chance, we cannot really tell. But now that they've said he's not even going to be the coach anymore, I don't even know whether this conversation is necessary or not. But let's see. If Eguavoen takes over for these 2 games, God be with us. Let's see how it goes. If we don't qualify for both World Cup and AFCON, very good. I don't even want to imagine a possibility like that. So hopefully things go well for us. Hopefully we win our 2 games, whoever the coach is, and sooner or later the NFF should tell us who the coach is. It shouldn't be this difficult. We like to call ourselves Nigeria, big country. We have stars, everything. It should not be this difficult for us to get a coach for our national team. It should not be this difficult. And the reason why it is this difficult is because of how they are running our football.